Hi guys, welcome to episode 14 of our 2003-04 database made by the mad scientist. If you haven't done so already, then please make sure you drop him a follow on Twitter. The link is in the description below. And if you haven't watched any of this series yet, then I suggest you watch right from the start, and the link is somewhere above. If you give that a click, and then you can start watching right from the beginning. If you have been watching the series and you haven't watched the last episode yet, then I suggest you do so, because there's a few references in this one to that. So if you want to know what's going on, please check out the previous episode. Now, I want to keep this one short as well, because the last couple have been really long. And that's just because there's been so much information. I've wanted to analyse a lot of detail, look into player recruitment, etc. So they have been longer than I ideally wanted, but I want to keep this one short for you guys. So yeah, what I want to go through is obviously how well we've done in the league so far, our Champions League group if you haven't seen the Twitter post already, how our new players are getting on, and is our Dannyball concept working with new signing Hangbert. And then I'm going to finish off the episode with a game against Dirty Leeds, which we are playing at Highbury. So let's get into the episode right now. And from the competitions, you can see that we are sitting in third place behind Newcastle and Man City. Now, Newcastle are the only team that are unbeaten in the league so far. They're doing really well. At the bottom, Charlton have yet to win a game. Wolves are yet to win a game as well, and Norwich are down there as well, which is disappointing to see. Who else makes up the European places? You've got Chelsea, Man U and Liverpool behind us. So it's a bit tight at the moment. If you go down to 11th, Everton are sitting there. They're only 7 points behind us. Any players that have stood out so far? New signing Patrick Kluivert, who's joined Liverpool. He's not great for finishing, but he's a top scorer in the league. He's started off very well. 28 years old. Samau again and Cleverson, both with 5 goals each in the first 7 games. So that's crazy. Samau's got the best average rating. He done superb last season as well. So if you are playing this game, or this database, I should say, make sure you sign this player, because he is very, very good. Joaquim's up there as well, as is Adrian Mutu. And Samau, as well as his 5 goals, has got 5 assists. Kroenke with 3 and Van Nistelrooy with 3 as well. Although he's not with the top goal scorers, which is strange. So that is the league start so far. The Champions League group that we've been drawn in is Celtic, Nantes and Real Madrid. Obviously Real Madrid being the toughest opponents in those, or in that group, sorry. And in the Carabao Cup we have lost to Bolton, so we're knocked out of the Carabao Cup. I did play a bit of a weak inside, but really the team that we did play should have won. Now, I just want to go through the schedule, because the last game that we played, I believe, was the Chelsea game where we won 4-1 at Highbury. We then played Spurs away from home where we won 1-0. Fernando Torres grabbing his first goal. What better time is there to score your first goal than in a North London derby? So he's got on very well with the fans so far. We then played Everton, lost 2-0. Bit like today's performance really, because it's Sunday today, and yeah, that was awful. I've not seen any of the game, so if you guys have any opinions or any thoughts of what happened in the game and why Arsenal's away form is so bad, then please leave that in the comment section below. And I did forget to say as well, if you are enjoying this series and this episode, guys, then please hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, then just hit that subscribe button as well, guys, and then you can see more of this content. So after we lost to Everton, we had Watford and Man City. Obviously Man City in second place. We beat both of them 2-0. Baggio and Perez with goals there. And surprisingly, Dino Baggio is playing for Watford. He got sent off in the 93rd minute. We then played Man City. Perez with 2 goals there. And then we started our Champions League group off with a game against Real Madrid, where Bobby Perez with an early goal, despite their domination. Although, to be fair, we had 61% possession, so we kept hold of the ball well. We frustrated them. They played very narrow, no wingers at all, so I tried to capitalise on that, and it seemed to work quite well. We played with a defensive midfielder. It was after speaking to Mad FM, he was asking why I wasn't using his defensive midfielder position after his fantastic blog, which if you haven't checked out, please do so, because it was brilliant. And then after we beat Real Madrid, we went on a bit of a lull. So we drew 1-1 with Southampton. James Beattie with another goal against us. Obviously, we had the cup defeat to Bolton at home as well. But we had players like Mascherano, Hart, Keown, Hengbart, Lehmann, Fabregas, Capo, Unai Emery managed to actually get a game for us. Deco, Bergkamp, Baggio came on as well. So disappointing that we lost that, and then we drew 1-1 away to Middlesbrough. Despite Torres with an early goal again, Marinelli with a quick equaliser, and we just couldn't score that second goal. I think we hit the bar like 3 times in that. And then we had the Celtic game in the Champions League where we won 5-2. Ljungberg with 2, Capo with 1, Torres 1, Perez with 1. So a good performance there by the boys. So that is how we've started the season. But what about our new players? How are they getting on? So the first one I'm going to look at is Igor Tudor. So as you see, he's got great stats, 4-star ability, can get better. Not been spectacular so far, but if you look at the stats down here so far, 4 appearances, 1 yellow, shots and dribbles I'm not really taking much notice of because he's a centre-back, but 81% passing and 100% tackles with a 7.03 rating. Then if you have a look at his stats as well, so 2 key passes, 83% pass rate, shots again don't look at. He's won 88% of his tackles here. I don't know why the other one said 100. 2 of them being key tackles, 25 interceptions. He has made 7 mistakes, but none of them led to goals, which is good. So he's averaging 1.4 tackle per game at the moment, which is quite low. Obviously, that's where Campbell and Keown were last season. We wanted someone in the freeze, but maybe it's because we were attacking so much. What other new players did we bring in? Deco, how well was he started? Not very well, to be fair. I'll look at this one. 4 appearances so far, 6.7 rating. He's not really done anything. He's had a lot of shots. He's shooting from distance all the time. He's done about 8 shots per game, which is ridiculous. 51% on target. Passing, 82%, doing well. 10 key passes. So that is a good high number. But he's not yet registered an assist. Crossings aren't not too bad. 13 out of 47 have been completed. He's made a few mistakes. His tackles aren't that bad for an attacking midfielder as well. 69%. So dribbles per game 2.79. Shots 2 on average. 52 passes on average per game. And 0.74 tackles as well. So he's not doing... well, he's doing better than his stats suggest. So... yeah, interesting that one. Roberto Baggio, obviously a key player we brought in for FM Trequartista. He's doing very well. We'll have a look at this one as well. So 5 games, 3 goals, 2 man of the match awards, and 7.63 rating. Again, looking at the stats, 13 shots, 10 of them have been on target. Passing, 92%. He's actually got the highest success rate for passing in the squad, which is good. And he's won 100% of his tackles as well. And he's covering a lot of distance. On average, 12.1 kilometres. For a 37-year-old, that is phenomenal. He's doing very well. So I'm happy with his input so far. And then Fernando Torres. It's not the last of our signings, but is the last of the ones that weren't signed via Dannyball's concept. So how well has he started? He's got 3 goals in 9 appearances. An average rating of 7.1. His best was a 9.6. He's covering quite a good amount of distance, 10.7. Tackles 50%, passing 83%, 5 key passes though. 8 goals in total from 37 shots. 23 of those on target, 62%. So that is pretty good. Dribbles per game, 1.33. Passes is quite low, to be fair. So yeah, I'd like to see more from him. And then obviously the big thing that we looked into in the last episode was the concept of Dannyball, where we look at all the key stats for that position and obviously try and sign a player through that, which we ended up signing as backup Cedric Hengbart. And I'm pleased to say he has registered an assist, which he did in his first appearance. So that was very good. Since then, he's not done too much. His shooting on target 100%, passing is 80%, tackles 100%, average rating is 713. So I would say that's pretty successful, despite the fact that he's only a 2-star ability. He's playing pretty well. We're going to have a look at the stats as well. So he's only had 1 shot that's been on target. He's had 2 key passes, 80% pass rate, which is good, and he's completed 6 out of 41 crosses, which I thought he would have done better at because he's got, I think it was 16 for crossing, but I'm going to put that down to the fact that he doesn't know the players yet. He's not built up a relationship with them yet, so that will improve. And tackles, he's made 3 tackles, 100%, 7 interceptions. His passing rate is good, but I'd like to see more tackles won. He covers good distance, 11.5. So yeah, there's more to come out of him. So far, I've been happy. 7.13 rating overall in all competitions, and in the league it's 7.23. So what's this one? HW headers won ratio 55%. So again, that's not bad, but he is making a few mistakes which he needs to cut out. But again, he's just getting used to the squad. So we've looked at the league, Champions League. We've looked at the players, the concepts. What else do we need to look at? I think that is it. I think we're just going to get into the game. Like I said, I wanted to keep this episode short for you guys. So what we are going to do is we are now going to play today's game against Dirty Leeds. Okay, so our lineup for today's game, we've got Peter Cech in goal, Hinkle right back, Cole left back, Campbell and Toure in the centre, Calcium Vieira in the centre of midfield, Baggio as the attacking midfielder, and then we've got Ljungberg, Perez on the wings with Torres up front. Thierry Henry is injured, David's injured for like 4 months, so we're going to miss him, and Ray Parler's out injured as well, so they're not going to get any games. I'm going to put Martin Keown on the bench as well because Tudor, his fitness is lacking a little bit, and I think I'm happy with the rest of that. So let's see how we get on in today's game. So free kick whipped in by Perez, and it looks like, have we won a penalty? We have. The ref went to VAR and we've been given a penalty, and Bobby Perez has surprisingly missed it. A great save from the keeper there. From the throw in, Hinkle picks up the ball, whips it in, and Perez with another chance. Cole looking for Baggio. Perez looking to make up for that missed penalty. Vieira brings it forward. Curling effort, but it's gone wide. Now, to be fair, I'm pretty disappointed with the start so far. It's nearly half time, and we've missed the penalty. We've missed a host of chances, and that is confirmed at half time. We've gone in 0-0 with Leeds. And every game that we seem to be playing so far, I don't know why, but we're struggling for possession in the opposition's half. So we need to look at ways that we can improve this. So if you guys have got any pointers, then let me know. Obviously, we've got Torres as an advanced forward, Ljungberg on support. I might whack him on as an inside forward, him as an inside forward. I'm going to whack these guys on attack. See how they get on, and I might whack him on as a support rather than defend. What else can we do? Shorter passing, higher tempo. I'm going to do a higher tempo there. I'll play a little bit wider as well. We have pushed up as well. Much higher defensive line. So we're closer together. Let's see how we get on with that. Important next 35 minutes, and I'm going to whack it on attacking. We are at home. We should be winning these games. Half an hour to go. Can we get a win? Cech hits it long for Hinkle. Hinkle brings it forward. Gives it away to Baka. Lanza. Mills hits it long for Danny Kelly. Oh, that's Gary Kelly, isn't it? I don't know why I said Danny Kelly. I'm going on very attacking now for the last few games. And what I'm going to do is whack this on direct. Extremely direct. Let's see what we can do. And actually, yeah. Let's go for that. I'm going to make a sub. Actually, 8 minutes left to go. Capo I'm going to bring on for Baggio. Bakasioglu on for Freddie. And then I'm going to bring on... Oh, I've got no strikers. Ian Hart for Ashley Cole. There we go. Let's see what we can do. 6 minutes left to go. Can we get a win? Or is it going to be another disappointing result? We keep on playing really badly after the Champions League games. Capo looking for Vieira. He's missed it. The ball has gone out. And we've drawn today's game 0-0 with Leeds. Disappointing. We've dominated the game here. 13 shots. Possession, surprisingly, they had more. Even though we did switch to direct towards the end. But the issue that we seem to be having is that we're not keeping possession in the opposition's half. And that is why we are struggling to really create anything clear cut. So if you guys have got any advice, any tips that you could give so we can be more creative. Again, I'll show you the tactic. I might have to go back to 4-4-2 just to see if that works, because this works in some games, but in other games it's not. So I want to see what we can do with this. But if you guys have got tips, then let me know. And let's have a look to see when we're going to come back for the next game. I'm going to come back for this game here against Blackburn Rovers. Obviously he won the league in, was it 92, 93? Is that when they won the league? But they've won the Premier League on one occasion. We're going to come back for the game against them. That is on the 7th of December. So we're going to get a fair chunk of games out the way. Yeah, so if you guys have got any comments, just leave it in the comments section. What you think of our performance so far. What things we could be doing better. Leave it in the comment section, let me know. And if you have liked this episode, guys, then make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm just thinking if there's anything else we can end on. I think that is it. What we'll do in the next episode as well, we will try and evaluate Hengbart a bit more and see if there's been any improvement in the stats. Like I said, he has started pretty well so far. So it'd be interesting to see if he can, once he gets used to the squad a bit more, if he can register some more assists, maybe even get a goal. But I say I think he's only had one shot. But considering we only signed him for, what, 900,000, he's doubled in value already, nearly. So I think he's going to be worth the money that we spent on him, to be fair. So yeah, thanks for watching the episode, guys. Like I said, I wanted to keep it short. Sorry we couldn't win, but hopefully in the next episode we will. And I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.